I swear I look so freaking bald. I love having my hair up, but then I don't because I look bald, like I said. But I'm really tired of having my hair down for these videos. So, yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am finally going to be doing my updated brow routine. If you guys have been following me for a good minute, you guys have known that my eyebrows have been through a couple of things in the past. They've always changed shape throughout the years. I've always loved experimenting to see what worked best for me. And even though I have gone through so many shapes and sizes, I feel like this is the one shape that I've always come back to. I just feel like it fits my face a lot more better and just my eyes a lot more better. And I think this is gonna stick with me for a really long time. And it's kind of funny because I said that in my last eyebrow tutorial. And look at me now, I have different brows yet once again. But other than that, I love my brows as of right now. They could change in the future, maybe not. I don't know. It all depends how I feel. But if they do decide to change over time, I warned you guys. But if you are interested in knowing and learning how I do my brows, then just please keep on watching. Alright guys, so of course the first thing you want to go ahead and do before anything is brush or comb out your brows the way they naturally grow out. Next, I will be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil brush in number 12. This is a very defined angle brush, and also my Dip Brow in chocolate. This is the way I'm going to be using my brush specifically for my right brow if you guys are having trouble figuring out how to use this kind of brush. And of course, this is the way you would use your pencil if you were doing your left brow. Now I'm going to be tracing out the very bottom of my brow. I do like to start on the very center and then working my way towards my arch. I do like these areas to be super specific, which is why I do like to begin in this area. I also like to start with very little product, being very gentle and softly, taking my time with this, and then work my way up into a much darker tone. I do like the very bottom of my brow to be the darkest part of my brow, as well as my tail. I did also want to go ahead and add this clip for you guys for those who are having trouble figuring out your brows and don't exactly know where to place them. Your nose is going to be your best friend. So as you guys saw, the bridge of your nose, that's pretty much where the brow should begin with. The tip of your nose and the nostril, the very middle of that is where your arch should be placed. And then the nostril, the very tip of it through your eye, that's where the end of your tail should end. So try this out at home. I'm pretty sure it'll work for most of you. This is just a little bit of a guide to show you where your eyebrows should be placed. Now I'm going to be lining the very beginning of my brow super gently. I do want this to be the lightest area of my brow. I do not want this to look super harsh or dark in color. So I am going to slowly start with a little bit of product and then working my way up. Now, using the leftover product from the brush, I am going to be pushing up the product towards the hairs of my brows. That way everything blends out evenly. And now I'm going to be working with the tail of my brow. I do want this to be the darkest part, and also I'm going to be dragging it down a little bit more down than it usually is. And I'm going to be using that method that I showed you guys previously to make sure the tail of my brow is in the right area. And the last thing I will be doing is, of course, tracing out the top tail of my brow. This will be the last thing I will be tracing, and I'm just going to darken up that a little bit more. Moving on to the next brush, I'm going to be using this brush that I do not know the name of because it's super old, as you guys can tell, but it is a lot much larger in size than the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that we were previously using. I do like to use this brush, and I like to buff everything out that we have left from all the dip brow on our brow. And I do like to blend this downwards in the way that my hairs on top naturally grow. And I do this step only because I do not like the top of my brow to look super unnatural. I like it to look super hair-like and not super defined. So this just kind of helps me blend everything together in much of a natural way. Moving on, so now that our brows are pretty much traced and shaded in, I am going to go in with the cinnamon powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And what I'm going to do is basically add this to the beginning and middle of my brow. I am going to be avoiding the tail of my brow only because I do want that to be the darkest part. And basically what this is going to do is just lighten up my brows, make them look a little bit more natural. And it does match my hair really well, which is why I do it. So it's not necessary, but you can do it either way. This is just a step in my routine. Moving on to carving out the brows, I am going to be using this NARS Creamy Concealer in Custard and also this very defined thin flat brush. I am very specific in the way that I carve out my brows, and as you guys can see, the brush does not have concealer all over it. Some people like to go straight in and add concealer all over the brush. I like to specifically stick to one tiny area on the brush, and that's the way I carve out my brows. So hopefully you guys can see that through the video. It's really hard to explain, but like I said, I don't like adding the concealer all over the brush. I feel like that's how you get a little bit more messy and you can't be a lot more precise that way. So try doing this, try sticking to just one spot on the brush, and I promise you, your brows will look a lot more sharper that way. And of course, the last step, I do like to add the concealer all over the brow bone and also down below everywhere where we carved out the brows. That way it's not noticeable where we started and ended the carving. So just want to make sure everything looks super well blended out and there are no harsh lines or creases. So just keep that in mind. That is pretty much it for this eyebrow tutorial. I hope you guys learned a lot from it and enjoyed watching it as well. And hopefully I did not make this way too hard for you guys. I really am trying to make everything as simple as possible because I know that when too much information is in one, it can be a little bit too overwhelming and stressful and you kind of just lose patience for it. So as a makeup artist, I have learned that a lot. And so I've been really trying to make these videos easy and just simple to follow and do. So I really hope I accomplished that in this video. Other than that, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. You learned a lot from it and can add this to your eyebrow routine. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.